Good morning, capoeiristas. Bom dia, Fonsininho speaking. I haven't done a spoken video like this for a while now. I've been uploading lots of classes and clips. Not so many classes like I used to, long classes, mainly clips of the classes so the students can check their progress and see what they've been doing. I think a year ago now, or even more than that, when we were reading, at least in England, in complete lockdown, then I was uploading longer classes so you could follow, mainly for my students, but obviously other people were following and giving me some good feedback, enjoying the class, enjoying the training. Some people were just enjoying, they are capoeiristas, but they couldn't practice, but they're enjoying watching something that is also related to classes and not just games, or not just people doing acrobatics, or not just me showing a skill, but also doing some work and showing some sequences and how to also approach when you have to practice by yourself. We all had to learn how to practice by ourselves. I had a good run of that when I was younger, because there was a phase when I was working on a cruise ship, and there was a small phase there, a few months actually, where I was alone, and it was actually the first time I realized, how do I really practice capoeira alone? But I don't have a choice. It's not like I fancy training this by myself, but tomorrow there is a roda. So it's a different approach when you do not have a choice to have anyone to play. So you have to change your mindset. And actually mindset is something that brings me to the first part of this video. We've been speaking a lot about mindset, the importance of mindset. Mindset is something that in competitive sport you can really see it plays just such an important role. You just watch the Olympics now and you can see how important it is to have that drive, what kind of feel, and now we're talking about all types of feel, but even emotionally and mentally. In many ways our practice is also an opportunity to strengthen our minds, to strengthen and when I say our minds, I mean everything related to it. Not just how we approach the practice, but muscle memory and how your brain connects with your nerve system. So all these different practices, they are connected with movement, can be enhanced by understanding, by practicing, of course, but also by becoming more aware of the different process, the different stages of your practice. So that awareness, which sometimes comes naturally as you practice, you discover things, and other times comes from a combination of things, one of which is perhaps listening to someone talking about that and pointing out feedback. It's an important part of that. So when a teacher can say that was good, sometimes that can straight away give you a confirmation that what you were doing, you were just waiting for that. I tell my students that sometimes we even got the right idea and we just need someone that is an expert to say that idea is correct, keep going. At the same time, someone to say maybe don't do it like that, approach like that. So feedback is also an important part of building your mindset. That's why we have coaches, that's why we have trainers, that's why we have masters that can help us in really bringing the best out of our practice. And again, a lot can be discovered and will indeed be discovered by yourself. And I'm talking here very much like a practitioner as well. Don't want you to feel that I'm just here just telling you how your process will be. It's a complex subject, but I'm also talking from a point of view of someone who practices capoeira and sometimes have great discovery by myself, and other times I don't. It was pointed out to me, my teacher spoke, or I saw on a video. I do see the value of filming and watching some of your movements, and I know there's a stigma with that sometimes in capoeira. And I actually spoke about this a lot because capoeira is done in the flesh, and the art is best represented by the moment when you're there. We can record, we can film, we can write books, we can paint, we can do all of that. But what really the ultimate expression of the capoeirista comes out in the moment, and that moment can be recorded, can be filmed, but it's not the same thing. However, in different stages of your learning, there is value in watching yourself. There's value in going, what does this movement look like? And there's a really positive way of doing that. And now we have the technology to do that, and also to be able to separate, not to feel that everything that you do have to be recorded and you have to check to see if it looks good. That's not what I'm saying. But there might be parts of your learning that requires study. You can actually enjoy that. Watch with a pen and paper, or watch and think, how can I do this way or that way? So there is value in that, okay? But actually, I wanted to record this video to talk about, it's again about practice, but to talk about two values of practice. Now, one is that we go into a class, we go and practice with someone because we want to learn a new skill. So you can see a guitar behind me. So my greatest frustration in life, I'm sure we all have many, is that I didn't stick with guitar lessons when I was young, which I did some guitar lessons. So I can play a bit, I can, and it's not an excuse. I pick up the guitar every day and it gets better. But I know that if I had stayed with my practice, my learning, and my grandmother sent me to do guitar lessons, and I was very young and I enjoyed, but it wasn't, I wanted to train capoeira more, so I gave up. But this idea of learning something new, wanting to go and learn something new, it's something that drives us a lot to practice. Yes, we want to learn a new skill, we get excited about, we watch something, we become conscious of that. You hear a song and you become conscious of the fact that someone plays the guitar well. Now you want to play the guitar, so therefore you want to learn something new. Now that's one side of the story. Another side of the story is to practice and to learn what you already have. Now, let me unpack this a little bit more. I'm talking to perhaps most of you who have been practicing capoeira for some time now. Now, I don't just mean advanced and people that are teachers. No, anyone who's been practicing for a little while. I feel that these two words have to work together. The learning new skill, but also looking what you already know and how to use. Now, that's the point. Not just to be able to say, let's practice what we already know and leave it there. But it's like sharpening and understanding the skills that you have and how to best use the skill that you have. And I think in capoeira this is really relevant. I can give you many examples of great artists that it's not that they didn't learn anything new, but artists that for most of their careers just work with what they had, with the range of movement that they have, and made beautiful art from it, made a career from it, even by just being passionate and being in love with the range of movements, the range of flexibility that they had, and exercise that as a street artist, as a folklore artist, and actually having a very happy life as an artist, rather than people that are only always searching for the new, for the next, for the new improvement. So I don't want you to think that I don't think this is right, because I think I am constantly looking for improvement, refinement. But there are times where I think that the mindset, coming back to mindset of this is the kind of stuff that I have and that I can do. How can I use this? This simple, né? To go to the hall and actually just play with the movements that you have, to use the movements that you have. It's important for your body to have, and your mind to have the confirmation of that. It's an important practice. I'm not sitting here just bring your philosophy of this. I'm actually saying do this as a practice. Your next game. your next training. Just sit in that comfortable place even of the things that you already know and let them flow. Well, this is going to open another side of the story, which is the idea of flow. That's the important thing for flow, because if I'm learning something new, there will be setbacks, there will be the dexterity might not be right there, so of course I won't be able to flow. Now of course you got to practice that until you can flow. So working with those two universes bring me to the reason why this week I've been doing lots of dragons. Let me show you my dragon, guys. I've been painting lots of dragons. If you practice with me, you know that I'm always using an image, something to do with storytelling, something to do with association as well. So it's good for memory, it's good for you to remember the class. I had to earn, like a dragon earns its gems. The gems are your knowledge, are the things that you've built in your style through the years. I had to earn every gem that I have. So I had to work so hard to earn every little gem. And that's what a dragon in mythology, not in our place, because dragon takes different approaches in different cultures. In China you have dragons of water. It's really beautiful. But the dragon in the way that we see here in England, kind of Game of Thrones, Harry Potter kind of dragon, they protect the gems, and a dragon is wise. A dragon is a symbol of wisdom as well, and a dragon is a strategy. The tiger is physical action. I use the image of the dragon in my class to symbolize precise that: wisdom, earning, keeping. So just to sum up these ideas, guys, I want us to go into this new journey now where mindset will really take a more important role. So then when we think like this, we can even increase the range of the things that we talk about in class, because we can change our mindset. Oh, now we're dealing with this, now we're dealing with a new movement. So how do we approach as a student like that? Oh, now I'm in this place, because sometimes the things that you already do, sometimes we take it for granted and we get a little bit lazy. The amount of times I see people that whenever I'm teaching something that is not new and is not a new approach or a new way to think about, they get a little bit lazy. It's natural, we all do. But I already know this, yeah? And that's okay. That's okay that you're going through the motions as well. But we just want to be aware of that, because what you already know, it's something that you've earned, something that you've conquered. So you should sit very high into your values of your practice. Yeah? We shouldn't value just the things we have not already understood as high in our pyramid of knowledge. Okay, so we can take this approach this week and in the weeks to follow. If you're not my students and you're listening to this and you are appreciating this, thank you so much, guys. Please leave a comment here and support the channel. I also want to encourage you to find your teacher, to find a capoeira school near you and to practice. All of my videos, all of my classes are here to inspire, to enhance, and to encourage you to find a teacher near you so you can practice and you can learn and you can share this beautiful art. Okay, if you'd like to find out more information about my work, send me a message and we can get in contact. Have a great day and vamos treinar. Um abraço. Tchau, tchau.